the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Jed Castles.
Jed, those festivities start at 9 a.m. We'll have live reports in our news at 9 today. Can't wait.
You betcha. Guys, good morning, too. It's a nice start out there. Really, for the most part, we're dry over most of the metro area. There have been a few thunderstorms around. Been seeing those from our different sky cams. A great shot from our SSM Health Cam, also Norman Cam, showing that here this morning. You can see, again, a few thunderstorms off in the distance, but here in Oklahoma City directly, we're dry. So there may be a lingering chance of some rain now through about 8 o'clock. But most spots really look to be in good shape. I do want to take you back to yesterday because we did have some storms that kicked up their heels. This is going to be up in the Stillwater area where storms kicked in, got winds up over 60 miles per hour, enough to break a few of those power poles, knock out electricity, had some issues with that. There was even a house that caught on fire from the lightning. You can see the wind kind of breaking this awning due to the strong winds. That's what happens here as we go to the summer months. Wind becomes more of an issue, lightning becomes more of an issue, and we had some of that around yesterday. Now, there's some storms around right now, but here in Oklahoma City, we are starting off dry. If there's a chance of rain, chances overall look low today, 20% chance. Right now, by 9 o'clock, that drops down to 0. Noontime, 3 o'clock, 0. So if you're going to be out and about today, the heat will be the big story. More on that here coming up. And then evening, going towards 6, maybe up to about 9 o'clock. We'll put the chance about 10 o'clock. Most locations today do look dry. This is our SSM Health Cam. There's a thunderstorm just off to the east of Oklahoma City. This is looking from Midwest City off to the east. One thunderstorm there. We're 71. Feels very pleasant out the door this morning. Warm, humid, and south winds right now at 7 miles per hour. You can see we're dry here in Oklahoma City. Do have a thunderstorm over along Highway 81, either side of El Reno. Those have gone up. They're starting to weaken some. And then some thunderstorms over near McLeod, near New Walla, the Twin Lakes area. There's OBU and Shawnee. So either side of Shawnee, you got a little bit of rain, some lightning with that storm there right near the Twin Lakes, Stella area. That's tracking southward. And then also some storms down near Etowah. That's weakening down toward the Roth Ada area, all tracking southeast. And the trend will be whatever storms we have will keep sliding southeast. They'll gradually weaken, and that'll set up what should be a hot, dry forecast day. Most of the state is dry, but from near the metro, further south and east, that's where the majority of the rain is right now. And again, the trend will be that's going to come to an end. And by 9 o'clock this morning, 80. By 11, 87. We'll be up near 90 by lunchtime today. Heat index will be getting up close to 100, and it's going to be a hot one through the afternoon. 90s on the way. Heat index closed in on about 100 to 105 today around the metro. And then a late day storm chance, we'll put that about 10% coming up today. 60s and some low 70s around right now. I do want to show you the highest forecast today across the country because there's a really legitimate cold front to our north. We can see those temperatures out ahead of that. Very hot. Amarillo, Wichita, all the way up toward Minneapolis, 90s, near 100 out ahead of that front. But look right behind it, though. These are highs, yeah, 50s and 60s up over the northern plains. So that air is going to keep sliding southward. Now, it'll modify some as that air gets down toward Oklahoma, but it should dip our highs into the 70s and 80s going into Thursday. So out ahead of that, though, still hot. As you see there, 90s, a few spots closing in on 100. The heat index, as I mentioned, 100 to about 105. If there's an afternoon, evening rain chance, it's very slight. I think most locations will be dry, but the data is still indicating a chance of a storm, kind of rogue, isolated in nature, popping up in these areas in green. If it happens, it won't last all evening. It'll move in and quickly move out, and we should be able to get off all festivities for the light displays for the fireworks in good shape here by about 9 o'clock. So I think those are all in good shape. But right before that, though, could see a stray shower or thunderstorm. 60s and 70s tonight, warm start tomorrow. It's going to be a hot day tomorrow. Cold front will nose down into Oklahoma. As it does, it'll kick up a few thunderstorms. Just prepare for a hot day ahead of those storms. Upper 90s, the one that humidity heat index up above 100. Chance of a storm over the majority of the state is low, but northern and east Oklahoma will higher. Those storms eventually will roll down into Oklahoma tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, and that'll set up the threat for some severe weather. So we'll monitor that. Look at these highs on Thursday. Wow, that looks great. 70s and 80s, early July. We'll take that, but it won't last. There you go. 90s back on the way by Friday. Middle to upper 90s on Saturday. We'll keep it in the 90s the rest of next week. A few thunderstorm chances here and there. We'll track that. May close in on 100 by next Tuesday and Wednesday.